Okay, I don't get it. You see this guy? He looks like a friendly grandpa who just discovered email. But apparently, he's worth over $100 billion. How does that math even work? What is his secret? Is he some kind of stock market wizard with a crystal ball? I'm picturing a dark room, glowing green charts, and him yelling by, "Sell!" into 8 phones at once. So I looked it up, and his actual strategy is shockingly simple. It boils down to 2 rules. Rule number 1, never lose money. And I'm like, duh. That's not a rule, that's just winning. And then, rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. Okay, now he's just being a smart aleck. What does that even mean for a normal person? It means the whole game isn't about finding the next magic lottery ticket stock that goes to the moon. It's about not doing dumb stuff. It's about avoiding big, stupid mistakes that wipe you out. Okay, but how do you avoid losing money? The market goes up and down like a moody teenager. Buffett has a simple idea for this, too. It's called the Circle of Competence. Oh, what now? Is that like a corporate trust fall? Or some kind of business hula hoop? Nope. It just means only invest in things you actually truly understand. If you can't explain what a business does to a 5-year-old in about 30 seconds, you shouldn't own it. For instance, I understand pizza. You put stuff on bread, you cook it, you sell it. Done. I do not understand synergistic nanotechnology arbitrage. It sounds like a sci-fi villain's evil plan. So I stay away from it. I stick to my pizza circle. That's the entire idea. Buffett does the same thing. Look at what he buys. Coca-Cola. It's sugary water. People like it. Simple. See's candies. It's chocolate. People buy it for their grandma. Simple. Apple. They make shiny rectangles that everyone is addicted to. A little more complex, but you get it. He's not investing in companies that are trying to build a time machine powered by blockchain. Okay, that makes sense. Stick to what you know. But there are thousands of understandable businesses. How does he pick the winners from the losers? This is where it gets interesting. He looks for businesses with what he calls a moat. And my first thought was, like, with a castle and alligators? Is he investing in medieval times? A business moat is a big, durable, competitive advantage, something that protects it from invaders. Think about Coca-Cola's brand. It's a gigantic moat. You can make a new cola, but you can't make another Coke. Or Google's search engine. They have such a lead that it's almost impossible for anyone to catch up. It's like the one pizza place in town with the secret sauce that's been in the family for generations. Everyone else can try to copy them, but they just can't. That secret sauce is their moat. So you find an understandable business with a strong moat. Great. Now what? This is the most crucial part. You don't just buy at any time. You have to wait for the right price. Buffett tries to figure out a company's intrinsic value. And whoa, that sounds fancy and complicated. But all it means is, what is this thing really worth, based on all the money it's going to make forever? It's different from the price, which is just what people are willing to pay for it today on the stock market. Sometimes the market freaks out, and the price drops way below the actual value. And that is when Buffett gets interested. He calls this gap the margin of safety. Suddenly I get it. It's like finding a brand new $10,000 TV on sale for $100. You don't know exactly what it's worth, but you know for a fact you're getting an incredible deal. That discount is your margin of safety. It protects you from being wrong. So the whole strategy is find a great company you understand, wait for it to go on sale, and then buy it. But here's the thing that was bugging me. This all sounds kind of slow and boring. Where's the get-rich-quick part? How did this slow and steady thing make him a $100 billion man? And that's when I stumbled on a real secret. The one ingredient that makes it all work. Buffett's superpower isn't stock picking. It's patience and something called compound interest. Compound interest is just interest earning interest, but our brains are terrible at understanding it. Buffett explained it perfectly. It's like a snowball. You start with a small one at the top of a long hill. At first, you give it a push and it barely gets bigger. It's rolling, but it's not very impressive. This is like the first 10, 20, even 30 years of investing. It feels like nothing is happening. But as that hill keeps going, the snowball picks up more snow, faster and faster. And then, in the last part of the roll, it becomes a massive, unstoppable avalanche. That's Buffett's fortune. He started investing as a kid. He's had a very, very long hill. Get this, over 99% of his net worth was earned after his 50th birthday. And over 90% of it came after he was 65. Think about that. His secret isn't some genius formula. It's that he found a good strategy and then stuck with it for 80 years. The real magic is just buying good stuff and then letting time do the heavy lifting for you. A lot of time. If learning this just saved you from a get-rich-quick scam, maybe think about subscribing for more simple money sense. So, what are we, as normal people who can't buy whole companies, supposed to do with this information? Do I have to spend my weekends reading 1,000-page financial reports for Coca-Cola? Sang Philly, no. Buffett has advice for us, too. And again, it's super simple. He said for years that most people should just buy a low-cost S&P 500 index fund. Whoa, jargon alert. An index what? Sounds like something from a library. It's simple. The S&P 500 is just a list of the 500 biggest, most important companies in America. An index fund just buys a tiny little sliver of all of them for you, all at once. So instead of trying to find the one magic needle in the haystack, you just buy the whole haystack. You're betting on the overall success of American business, not on your ability to be a stock-picking genius. And the best part? It's cheap, it's easy, and it lets the snowball of compounding do its thing. It's the ultimate stick-to-what-you-know investment. You know these companies. You use them every day. Out of curiosity, what's a company you use every day that you think has a massive moat? Let me know in the comments. But the biggest lesson isn't what to buy. It's how to think. It's about your mindset. When you buy a stock, you're not buying a lottery ticket. You're buying a piece of a real business. You should be happy to own it even if the stock market closed for 10 years. And you have to control your emotions. The market will go crazy. That's its job. When everyone else is panicking and selling, that's when great businesses go on sale. And when everyone is greedy and euphoric, buying anything at any price, that's when you should be cautious. So the whole thing isn't about being smarter than everyone. It's about being more disciplined. It's about having the right temperament to ignore the noise and let your snowball grow. So that grandpa eating McDonald's isn't rich because he's a wizard. He's rich because he started a snowball in 1942. And he just never, ever stopped it from rolling. That's the whole secret. So basically, invest in stuff I get, buy it when it's on sale, and then just go live my life for 50 years. I can probably do that. Maybe. Right after I check my stocks, just